Scientists discovered that music can hijack your brain the same way drugs do, and 50% of people feel it physically. Goosebumps, chills, a wave down the spine. The other 50% feel absolutely nothing. Which one are you? And why does your brain react this way to something that has zero biological purpose? You know that feeling when a song hits and your skin just tingles? Goosebumps crawl up your arms. A wave of chills runs down your spine. It lasts maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then it's gone. But in those 2 seconds, something incredible just happened inside your brain. Scientists have a name for it, Frisson, from the French word for shiver, and researchers have been studying it for decades because what's happening in your brain during Frisson is genuinely fascinating. It's not random, it's not weakness, it's not being too emotional. It's your brain doing something extraordinary. Frisson was first studied seriously in the 1990s. Researchers noticed that certain people had physical reactions to music, not just emotional reactions, physical ones. Goosebumps, chills, shivers, hair standing on end. They called it aesthetic chills, or musical chills. And the first thing they discovered was surprising. Not everyone gets it. Studies show only about 50% of people experience frisson. You either have it or you don't. And it has nothing to do with how much you love music. Some people listen to music every single day and never feel chills. Others hear one specific song and instantly get goosebumps. So what separates these two groups? The answer is in the brain, literally. People who experience frisson have more nerve fibers connecting their auditory cortex to areas that process emotions. Let's talk about what actually happens inside your brain during frisson. It starts in the auditory cortex, the part of your brain that processes sound. When you hear music you love, this area lights up. But it doesn't stop there. The signal travels to the nucleus accumbens, your brain's reward center. And that's where dopamine gets released. Dopamine is your brain's feel-good chemical. It's released when you eat your favorite food, when you fall in love, when you win something, and apparently when the right song plays at the right moment. But here's what makes music unique. Food gives you dopamine because your body needs it to survive. Love gives you dopamine because your brain wants connection. Music has no biological purpose. You don't need it to survive. And yet, your brain rewards you for it anyway. Researchers at McGill University proved this in 2011. They measured dopamine levels in people listening to music. The results were clear. Music triggers real dopamine release, the same way drugs do, the same way food does. Now, here's where it gets really strange. The chills don't happen at the best moment of the song, they happen just before it. Your brain predicted what was coming, and it got excited early. Scientists call this the anticipation response. Your brain is constantly making predictions about what comes next. In music, it learns the patterns, the rhythm, the melody, and when it predicts a peak moment is coming, a key change, a chorus, a powerful note, it releases dopamine before the moment even arrives. That's the chill. That's the frisson. It's your brain celebrating its own correct prediction. This is also why familiar songs give you stronger chills than new ones. Your brain has heard it before. It knows exactly what's coming, and the anticipation builds faster and stronger. But there's a catch. If you listen to the same song too many times, the chills fade. Your brain stops finding it surprising. The prediction becomes too easy. The reward drops. This is why you always need new music. Your brain is chasing that feeling again. So what kind of music causes the most chills? Researchers have studied this too, and the answer might surprise you. It's not about genre. It's not about tempo. It's about specific musical moments. Sudden changes in volume, from quiet to loud. Unexpected key changes that shift the emotional tone. A solo instrument suddenly entering after silence. A human voice doing something unexpected. A high note, a crack, a whisper. These moments are called musical surprises, and they trigger frisson because they violate your brain's prediction. Your brain expected one thing, it got something better, and it rewarded you for paying attention. Classical music causes frisson most consistently across all people, but rock, film scores, electronic music, and even pop can do it too. It depends entirely on the listener and on the specific moment in the song. Some people get chills from the same 3 seconds of the same song every single time they hear it, for decades.
Here's the part that says something about who you are. Researchers at the University of North Carolina studied frisson and personality. They found that people who experience musical chills score higher in one specific trait: openness to experience. This is one of the 5 core personality traits in psychology. People high in openness are more curious, more creative, more imaginative. They seek out new ideas, new art, new experiences. They feel emotions more intensely than average, and they process the world differently. Not better, not worse, just differently. Another study found that people who get frisson have higher empathy levels. They're better at reading other people's emotions. They respond more strongly to other people's pain and joy. Music gives them chills partly because they're feeling what the musician felt. They're not just listening to the song, they're inside it. There's also a connection to visual art and film. People who get music chills often get the same response from paintings, from a powerful scene in a movie, from a perfectly written sentence in a book. Their brain is wired to find beauty in unexpected places. So let's put this all together. When music gives you chills, your brain is releasing dopamine, the same chemical triggered by food, love, and reward. Your auditory cortex and emotional centers are more connected than most people's. You predicted a beautiful moment in the music before it arrived, and your brain celebrated that prediction with a physical response. You're not oversensitive. You're not weak. You're someone whose brain finds genuine reward in beauty. That's rare. Only half the population has it, and science says it comes with curiosity, creativity, and empathy. The next time a song gives you chills, pay attention to exactly which moment it happens, because that's your brain telling you something. That right there, that specific second, is where your brain found something worth celebrating. And that's your brain, actually.